this before, Dad. Never, ever, ever. Like that is absolutely the one and only lame.
Why are you calling it lame? Here, there's 2 cameras.
I get a camera. Baby, all of the babies.
All have fresh batteries.
Oh, yay.
They have fresh batteries and fresh card.
What do I do?
Turn it on.
What do I do?
Here. Here's yours. Here you go, Lou. It's a camera. You can take pictures.
One of the earliest dinosaurs that we know of was Eoraptor. Its name means dawn thief because it fell from the age of dinosaurs. Eoraptor made its home in what is now Argentina about 231 million years ago. Beside that is a kind of skinny dinosaur named Coelophysis. Its name means hollow form because it had hollow sacks of air in their joints instead of cartilage. Coelophysis is the oldest known dinosaur.
Look, my camera's not working.
And next to that is a big meat-eating dinosaur called Herrerasaurus. Herrerasaurus is the name of one of the largest predatory dinosaurs that lived in the Triassic period. It also lived in the
Silver button on top.
I do.
years ago.
That's it. Takes a picture.
Hey there, folks. This is Safari City. The Triassic period was the dawn of the age of dinosaurs, but it too had to come to an end. Just a little over.
Pause it. Shots. Moving on.
100 million years ago, the Earth encountered another mass extinction. Believed to be caused by an increased period of volcanic activity, it caused the extinction of roughly 70% of life on Earth. This wiped out a lot of bigger animals at the time. Without big competitors, dinosaurs thrived, and in the Jurassic period, they quickly became the gargantuan creatures we think of when we hear the word dinosaur.
Captain Caleb here. I hope your auto insurance covers water damage because in order to get into the Jurassic period, we're diving deep into the Jurassic Ocean. The big shell you see is an ammonite. Ammonites are cephalopods. That means they are relatives of the squid, octopus, and nautilus. Their spiral squid, octopus, and nautilus. Their spiral shells protected them from predators. Some shells got to reach sizes of 6 feet across or more. The animal that looks kind of like a small dolphin is Ichthyosaurus. That name That name means fish lizard. It's an aquatic reptile, not a mammal, so it isn't related to dolphins at all. We can't forget about the small long-necked animals swimming with them. That's a Plesiosaurus, another important part of this ecosystem. Wise man once said, there's always a bigger fish. The big critter here is the magical Leopleurodon. Leopleurodon was a member of the Pliosaur family, which is a kind of short-necked plesiosaur. It's important to point out that the animals you see here are not dinosaurs, but reptiles that lived in the ocean at the same time as the dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, for the most part, lived on land and had legs that went straight underneath their hips and not splayed out to the sides like lizards or crocodiles.
After the end of the Jurassic, we find ourselves in the early Cretaceous period. The Cretaceous was the longest of the 3 periods of the Mesozoic. The Cretaceous period saw all kinds of strange new life forms, including weird new plants that we call flowers. We're starting off in what is now England during the early Cretaceous, roughly 120 million years ago. The duck-billed dinosaur you see is what we call an iguanodon, and it's one of the first dinosaurs to be discovered and named. Some of you might have already guessed that iguanodon means iguana tooth. When iguanodon was discovered in England, no one had ever even heard of dinosaurs yet. So when it came time to name this bizarre new animal, the only similarities anyone could think of were that its teeth kind of looked like the teeth of an iguana, only bigger. The very first drawings of iguanodon depicted it as a giant iguana-like creature. The animal it's next to is Baryonyx. Baryonyx was a carnivore, and specifically, it ate fish. We know that it ate fish because when the first Baryonyx skeleton was found in England in the 1980s, it had fossilized fish bones and fish scales inside of its belly, along with a few bones from a young iguanodon. Since it lived in what is now England, as one of its last meals was fish, this could be the earliest evidence of anyone in the UK ordering fish and chips.
Our quest has now taken us from Europe to the continent of Asia. Still
I got a
in the
fish.
early Cretaceous.
I got a one
Big
of
dinosaur
fish
seen in
and
this scene is Eutyrannus, the feathered tiger. Eutyrannus is part of the Tyrannosauridae family. That means it's a relative of the T-Rex. Eutyrannus lived in the Liaoning province of China. What makes Eutyrannus special is that it is the largest dinosaur that we know of with feathers. We know that Eutyrannus had feathers because of where and when it lived. About 120 million years ago, a volcanic eruption blanketed much of the Liaoning province with hot ash. Like what happened
This guy's the one who eats one of the
years
feathers.
ago. While that was devastating to the animals at that time, it's great for paleontologists because it preserves soft tissue, in some cases including feathers.
Hi, it's Park Ranger Marty again, and welcome to the early Cretaceous, North America. The furry guy is Utahraptor. Now let's see, anyone here guess where Utahraptor was discovered? That's right, Cincinnati. Just kidding, folks. Utahraptor was found in Utah. Utahraptor is the largest known member of the raptor family. Behind him is a predator named Ceyx. Ceyx was a massive predator that lived at the end of the early Cretaceous. Very little is known about Ceyx due to how recent of a discovery it is, but it is thought to be a member of the Allosauridae group that lived into the early Cretaceous. Ceyx lived in North America at the same time and same place as members of the Tyrannosaur family. But those tyrannosaurs didn't get any larger than about the size of a Great Dane, because the alpha predator was already filled by Ceyx. It wasn't until Ceyx became extinct that larger tyrannosaurs like Tyrannosaurus rex took the stage. Also in this scene is Deinonychus, or Deinonychus if you prefer. Its name means terrible claw, because of the sickle-like claws on its toes. If you've ever seen a movie that had a dinosaur called Velociraptor, there's a good chance it was actually a Deinonychus. And the director of that movie just thought that Velociraptor sounded cooler.
dinosaurs, dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs.
Say about dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs are not reptiles. They're more birds than reptiles.
Very true.
Spinosaurus.
In the early Cretaceous period. The dinosaur standing here is one that I bet a lot of you know. Can you guess what it is?
Spinosaurus.
Spinosaurus? You got it. Spinosaurus is one of the largest carnivores to ever walk the earth. But it mostly ate fish. We know that because Spinosaurus' teeth have been found embedded in fossilized bones of large fish, although they also have been found in bones of other dinosaurs. Spinosaurus is a creature that was a mystery for a long time. Its fossils were discovered in 1912, but they were destroyed during World War II, when the museum they were in was hit during a bombing raid. It wasn't until the 1990s when Spinosaurus fossils were rediscovered. In fact, we've learned more about the Spinosaurus in the last 20 years than we have in the last century. We now know that it was a massive predator that lived in and out of the water in marshy waterways of what we now know to be northern Africa, preying on fish the size of cars.
Hey, Dustin, is this a secure line?
Sure, I think. I just turned the mic off. Yeah, they definitely can't hear us. What's up?
I just noticed that the T-Rexes aren't in their cages. Do you know if they've been moved to another location?
I haven't heard anything about moving them anywhere else. They should both be there. I can check with Nick and Marty to see if they know anything about this.
That would be great. I'll organize a search. We need to find them soon, but we can't get our guests worried. Let's keep this on the down low.
Roger that.
It's one big turtle.
Yep.
Moving
Arcalot.
through time again.
Yeah, Arcalot. Ladies and folks,
Cretaceous.
this big turtle is called the
Spinosaurus we
Arcalot.
just saw
But you
spent a lot of
cannot
time
see
in and around
because
water,
it's outside the
and
window.
that's where we're
Outside
going.
the window.
Western Interior Seaway. That's a shallow sea that stretched from the Gulf of Mexico to the Arctic Ocean during the Cretaceous period. The Great Plains of what's now the U.S. and Canada used to be water.
That's so scary.
Lots of marine fossils are found in places like Kansas. The first creature here is the long-necked Elasmosaurus. It's a relative of Plesiosaurus, but much bigger. Second is
much
Archelon,
bigger.
the biggest sea turtle
That's a
known to
giant
exist.
fish.
It had a leathery shell, and just
That's a
like
giant
sea turtles
fish.
today, it probably laid eggs
It's a
on
really
land.
big fish.
The huge,
really
fearsome
big
creature is Tylosaurus, a relative of Mosasaurus. Its name means the knob lizard
Look at that
because
fish.
of a bony protrusion
To
at the
catch
end
that
of
fish,
its neck
Ava.
that might
No,
have been
thank you.
used to ram into its prey.
No?
Tylosaurus
Mess
is
with
a
those
member
teeth.
of the Squamata
No,
family.
thank you.
That's the group of reptiles that includes lizards and
Oh
snakes.
my
Forked tongues
so
for the teeth to
big.
sense
I mean,
water
it's nice
around
small
them.
cute fish like
They
a
even
shark.
had a row of teeth in the
Yeah.
back of their mouths for holding
It's
onto prey in
inside
the water.
too?
The scary fish you see
I
that
don't
looks like a cross between a piranha and a tuna is
That's a scary
Xiphactinus.
fish.
Xiphactinus
He's
was
correct.
a voracious
It is a
predator
scary
that lived
fish.
in oceans all over the world in the Cretaceous. It could reach
Mickey!
lengths of up to
I have
20
some
feet
good
long.
pictures, Daddy. Me
If you
too.
have any
Good,
other
'cause you're gonna need it,
questions
'cause I'm
about
not
these
sure how much you
creatures
get in
or
our video.
anything else you see on the tour, feel free to text Park Ranger Marty at 844-DINO-411. That's
I'm
844
gonna put all these
346
pictures in there.
6411.
I really hope.
Also, while doing
take some
so,
good
be
ones.
sure to stay inside your vehicles for the
I
duration
hope
of the tour.
the one with
With all
the
these
super long
aquatic animals,
claws.
the last thing you want to do is get your phone wet.
Hey Marty, it's Dustin. I have a weird question here.
The red
And
dot is
don't freak out. But
recording.
have you seen the T-Rexes?
Well, they were in their cage an hour ago when I went to go feed them. Are they not still there? We have a tour heading that way right now.
Hopefully see some
Okay,
T-Rexes.
Sorry, I hate to ask you this, but you did remember to lock the cage behind me this time, right?
It's silly, Dustin. It locked behind you all by itself, just like the Allosaurus cage. Right?
No, Marty, it doesn't.
Oh. Well, I guess we learn new things every day.
This is serious, Marty. I need to call the security team right now to get those T-Rexes back in their cages before the tour gets to them. Or they get to the tour.
What the
Sorry,
heck,
Dustin.
baby?
I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
I hope there's no T-Rexes coming to get us.
You never do. Please pause until you arrive at the
Oh, there's a T-Rex and there's a T-Rex.
Go Kiley Girls.
Guys, I found your T-Rexes. They're right there, right there.
How about
Or
that?
that's an Allosaurus. Maybe. That's an Allosaurus.
We better tell the Rangers then.
Hello, Rangers. Hello,
Yes, we found
Rangers.
the T-Rex.
We found a T-Rex.
There's one right there and one right there. You're coming
That
soon?
might be an
Okay, they're
Allosaurus,
coming.
Ava.
They're
That
coming
might,
soon, Daddy.
there might be a... Oh my goodness.
No, press now.
Camera.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome back to Asia.
I'm holding.
In late
I'm
Cretaceous
holding.
period.
It's not
Here we
working.
have three kinds of dinosaurs from
I'm
Mongolia.
holding. Yeah.
Starting with
Yeah,
Velociraptor.
not working.
Despite what you may have seen in movies, Velociraptor is not 6 feet tall, but actually about 3 feet tall, 6 feet long, and about 20 to 30 pounds. Just think of an extra scary turkey. We also know that at least one Velociraptor attacked a Protoceratops.
Oh
The
yeah, in the
next
movie.
dinosaur
Remember, Daddy, in the movie?
This is thanks to the fossil of a Velociraptor and Protoceratops found, who died still locked in combat. The Protoceratops broke the Velociraptor's arm with its powerful beak, moments before they were both buried in sand by a landslide. The other dinosaur in the scene, Oviraptor, has an unfortunate name, meaning egg thief. When this dinosaur was discovered, it was found over a nest of eggs thought to belong
Dad,
to
move.
Protoceratops. After later research, scientists realized it was sitting on a nest of its own eggs. but the name stuck and is still debated if Oviraptor actually ate eggs. Here at Jurassic Quest, ours take theirs sunny side up every morning for breakfast. But on a more serious note, the 8 members of the Jurassic Quest security team would like me to inform you that we may have a very minor escape from one of our cages. The 7 security officers report that the dinosaurs that escaped are Tyrannosaurus Rex. Any assistance in spotting the creatures would be greatly appreciated by all 6 officers. Thanks!
6, wait. This is 8.
6.
Yet another.
What happened to the others?
Ours, there's Xenosaurus you see here.
No, we're still on tour.
Claws. The claws on its hands can grow up to 3 feet long. Claws on its hands can grow up to 3 feet long.
Look, he's like, Daddy's like, Daddy like this.
There's Xenosaurus comes from animals.
Dad, he's like this.
Yeah, he is.
The only claws
Yeah. Guys, he's like
Tyrannosaurus
this.
is my favorite dinosaur.
hands.
Guys, when I was little, my favorite dinosaur was a Tyrannosaurus. Right, Daddy?
That's right.
The dinosaurs next to it.
Now, what's your favorite dinosaur?
I love the... Wait for it, drumroll please. The Utahraptor Velociraptor Blue.
Very cool.
Velociraptor Blue. You know in the Jurassic World, Velociraptor... You know they say Velociraptors. Velociraptors... Blue is not a Velociraptor. She is actually a
Speaking
Utahraptor.
of communication,
Much more like
I've
one,
been
right?
directed to ask you all to keep an eye out for any
Look at that big boy.
roaming
The
dinosaurs.
Velociraptor.
Look at those claws.
Blue Utahraptor.
Wandering
I'm
around
gonna
the
get
park.
up close on those clawsy claws.
Stop.
Hi guys, Park Ranger Marty here. Hope you're not mad about me accidentally releasing T-Rexes. Anyway,
did it!
In this scene, you see Shianchusaurus. Shianchusaurus is a tyrannosaur from China, and it's closely related to Alioramus from Mongolia. But both of these dinosaurs have very long, narrow noses for a member of the Tyrannosaur family. And we're not sure what those noses
It's
may
like
be
a
used
dragon
for.
there.
Maybe they cut through water, making them a faster, more accurate fisherman. Or maybe they were specializing in smaller, faster prey, not needing the powerful bite of a T-Rex. Speaking of which, if you see one of our missing T-Rexes, please let one of our 4 security officers know. Now, scientists only discovered this animal in 2014, so there's still a lot of unanswered
What's happening to
questions
the?
about
What
it.
happened to
But I
the
can tell you this much. In the United States, we do not typically refer to this dinosaur Shianchusaurus. We typically just call it Pinocchio Rex.
Pinocchio Rex.
Now we turn to
Pinocchio
Argentina.
Rex.
The big animal you see in the scene is Giganotosaurus, arguably one of the largest meat
Giganotosaurus!
Don't really look a lot like a T-Rex. It actually is a much different animal. Unlike a T-Rex, it has 3 claws on each hand, a lighter bone structure, and teeth that were designed for slicing, unlike the T-Rexes, which were meant for crushing through bones and ripping car tops open.
What?
What?
Speaking of which, if you see one of our
Daddy, close the room.
Close it.
please let one of our 3 security guards know when. Second largest in the scene is Carnotaurus,
Oh my
which
goodness.
means meat-eating bull because
Oh
of the
my
huge
goodness.
bones on its own.
Good boy.
Carnotaurus might have used its
Boy,
horns
get
as
over
weapons against other predators.
That's dinosaur
Carnotaurus is a
farts.
very funny-looking dinosaur. Not just because of the horns, but because of its tiny arms.
Move! Carnotaurus!
Carnotaurus had the smallest arms of any known dinosaur, even smaller than the T-Rex. The small dinosaur in the scene is Alvarezsaurus, a small, fast predator that lived in Argentina
Big
during the
sleepy
late
head.
Cretaceous.
Dad, I can tell
It
he's
is
a sleepy head
believed to
because
have
his eyes
been
are like this. Big giant sleepy head. Yeah,
Hey,
he's
here's the
sleepy.
little guy. Say hello to the little guys.
What little guy? Oh,
Little guy.
hello.
Parasaurolophus is a hadrosaur, a family of dinosaurs sometimes called duck-billed dinosaurs because of the shape of their snouts. Other hadrosaurs include Iguanodon, Tyrannosaurus, Eluratitan, and Edmontosaurus, among many others. Parasaurolophus is a cool dinosaur because it's one of the few dinosaurs where we know what they might have sounded like. Paleontologists discovered that by looking at the crest on its head. What they found
Look at that big
were
head.
tubes inside going
Look at
back and forth between the nasal passages and the throat.
Look
When
at that
they
big thing.
created blowing
Look at
air
that big
through the
thing. He's
tubes,
like
they
shooting his head
discovered
at
that
us.
the crest
He's
would
a
have
bad
made a
boy.
horn sound. In their script just says make horn sounds. No, guys, I'm not gonna do that.
Sarah.
Fine. By the way, hadrosaurs are prey animals. Their sounds might have attracted large predators. If our missing T-Rex hear that sound coming from one of your cars, they might be following the tour back in the direction of their cage. So perhaps we should move on to the next stop.
Look at that big thing.
Quetzalcoatlus is the largest flying animal to
Look
ever
at that thing.
It lived in what's known
Scary,
as
man.
everything is bigger in Texas.
Scary.
It's named after Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec feather serpent.
Dad, I got a picture of his
36
little
feet.
tail. Look at that. Look at that thing.
Maybe like it is now.
Look how little that
Yeah, a
thing
little
is.
butt for a big animal.
That's a lot.
So little.
Incredibly light for an
Big
animal.
giant animal.
It was doing everything
Me
possible to get
too.
as light as possible.
Look at that
It
big
couldn't have been
thing.
very
Look
hard.
at now say no to that big
This is
thing.
necessary.
Give me fish. Who wants one? Well, give me fish. Which one?
Sort of a pterosaur. Family of reptiles that live at the same time as dinosaurs.
We already saw that.
Pterosaurs?
Yes,
Cephalosaurs,
definitely not
no
T-Rex.
teeth.
Yes,
Unlike our missing T-Rexes.
oh, look at that thing. Look at this tiny arm.
Any other questions about
It's
this
baby
animal
arms.
or any other animal?
Baby
Go ahead and
arms.
text that question
What's that thing?
to 844-904-111.
What's that thing right there?
We'll tell you in a minute.
641.
The big carnivore in here is Albertosaurus.
Hi,
Albertosaurus is the
Albertosaurus.
close relative of T-Rex, roughly half the size of a fully grown T-Rex.
Hello.
Albertosaurus is named after the Canadian province of Alberta,
And this
where
guy
almost
right
all of the remains of
here.
Albertosaurus have been found. This makes
Look at that guy.
Albertosaurus a Canadian dinosaur. And if you listen carefully, you can almost hear it apologizing. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
The other dinosaur here, Anzu, was named after a Mesopotamian bird demon. It is a large North American oviraptorid found in
Dad,
the
I see the
Elkhorn
T-Rexes,
Formation of
both
South
of
Dakota,
them.
and had a beak with no teeth. Anzu is a relatively new
Look at his
discovery,
little
and
tail.
scientists are
Dad has
still
a
trying to
little
learn
tail.
more about this
Look at
creature.
that little thing. It's just for you.
In this scene, we have a group of dinosaurs called ceratopsians, or the horned-faced dinosaurs. The ones in this scene include Titanoceratops, Cosmoceratops, Styracosaurus, and Brachyceratops. Now there are two families of ceratopsians, Chasmosaurines and Centrosaurines. Now Chasmosaurines have two prominent horns above their eyes
Like that
and a
one.
very large frill. Centrosaurines do not have prominent eye horns and tend to have smaller frills, but sometimes have some rather
Like
ornate
that
horns
one.
coming from out of those frills.
Like that
Now,
one
if
right
you'd like to
there.
learn more about ceratopsians
Look
or
at
any
that big
dinosaur,
thing.
you can text me questions at
Oh, look at that
844-DINO411.
one.
That's 844-346-6411. And I'll be happy to help.
That baby.
This armored dinosaur is Ankylosaurus, also known as
I
fused
took a
lizard.
picture of the baby and Mom
Ankylosaurus was
and
armored
Dad.
from head to toe with bits of bone on their skin called osteoderms. They are known for having a bony club tail, which was used to swing back and forth as a weapon to deter predators. Scientists have even found a T-Rex fossil with a broken leg that was shattered at about the same height as an Ankylosaurus tail club. This suggests that Ankylosaurus could fight off T-Rexes and possibly even win. The animal here is a Pachycephalosaurus, meaning thick-headed lizard, named after its thick domed skull. It is often depicted as being used to headbutt each other for dominance, but some scientists think it is more likely used for display, and that the large dome didn't grow until much later in life, which has implications for the next dinosaur in the scene, Dracorex pavlotia. And if that sounds like something from a Harry Potter
Then
book,
take a picture
that's
of his
because
tail, Dad.
it is from a
Dad,
Harry
I'm
Potter
gonna
book.
take a picture of
The
its
name actually
tail.
means Dragon King of Hogwarts, because the
Look
skull
at that
looked a
thing.
lot like the skull of a dragon.
Thick thing.
There are some who think that as this dinosaur aged, the shape of its skull changed, and that what we are seeing here is a juvenile Pachycephalosaurus. But we won't know for sure until more fossils are found.
I've got great news, everyone. Our brand new head of security, Beth, has managed to locate one of the T-Rexes and lured it back to its cage. That's great news because T-Rex is one of the most popular favorite dinosaurs. So that means we can actually talk about T-Rex, the Tyrant Lizard King, while we have one of them here to look at. Tyrannosaurus Rex had the most powerful bite of any land animal, between 8,000 and 12,000 pounds per square inch. They needed such a powerful bite to crush the bones of their prey, or even tear through the roof of a car. The powerful bite wasn't the only trick that T-Rex had up its very short sleeve. It also had something called a septic bite. T-Rex had very short arms, so it couldn't brush its teeth. That
T-Rex had babies'
its last meal, filling its mouth with bacteria. When T-Rex went hunting, it would sometimes bite the prey that got away. If that happened, some of the bacteria from the T-Rex's mouth might infect the wound, causing the prey animal to get sick. T-Rex could use its terrific sense of smell to track that prey down. Let's get out of here before that other Rex picks up our scent. On to the next area, the Triceratops.
Triceratops!
They're its favorite.
Yeah.
Please pause until you arrive at the next scene.
And finally, here at my favorite dinosaur, the Triceratops. The cool thing about Triceratops... No! The last T-Rex is in the Triceratops cage, and he's eating the Triceratops! Oh no, folks, this is terrible! That's my favorite Triceratops! Beth, we've located the missing T-Rex! Beth, do you copy?
There he is.
Oh no, this is terrible! Well, since we're here, Triceratops is an herbivore from the end of the Cretaceous period. That's the same time and same place as T-Rex. Now, Triceratops means three-horned face for pretty obvious reasons. Scientists used to think the Triceratops used the frill on the back of its head to defend its neck from T-Rex. That seems like it would make a lot of sense, but there's actually evidence that when T-Rex did eat Triceratops, they would sometimes bite down on the frill and pull the Triceratops' head right off. This means it was less of a protective shield and more of a pull tab on my favorite dinosaur. But that crest is still there for some reason, most likely to attract a mate or scare away rival dinosaurs.
That's a big
I
shark.
think that T-Rex
Yeah, that's a really big shark.
vehicle. Better make like a tree and park out of here.
Look at that
News is, at
thing!
least we're not going to see anything scarier or with a bigger bite.
Actually, yeah.
And now for something scarier with an even bigger bite. Megalodon. Megalodon is the largest shark to ever swim the seas. It is believed to reach up to 60 feet in length and had rows of hundreds of teeth. These teeth will sometimes fall out and be replaced with
He's
teeth,
right.
similar
He's
to
looking at
sharks
you.
today. Megalodon teeth have been found on every continent, including Antarctica. For centuries, these teeth were thought to be petrified tongues of dragons.
Laura,
and
you can
sea
go walk right into his gills.
but they were actually was no less scary. The good news is that Megalodon is definitely extinct, despite what some TV shows and movies would have you think. On the ocean's hidden treasures, Megalodon is not in danger, at least not anymore.
Hello? Is this thing on? This is Beth, Jurassic Quest Security Liaison. Does anybody copy?
Yeah.
I'm okay. It looks like our guests made it out safely too. Be sure to let the guests know that they can leave reviews of their experience on Jurassic Quest's Facebook page and on Yelp and TripAdvisor. I know it helps us a lot knowing what parts of the tour they like the most. And you know, not
Maybe
getting
something
eaten
small.
by the dinosaurs. Thanks for coming to Jurassic Quest, you guys. Security Liaison.